All right. Hey, Billy, something insulting that starts with B. Oh, don't tap out like that. I still love Billy Babushka. Got one of those stories about wishing I had said something for you. I was 18 or 19 as working as a shopping cart wrangler at the only supermarket in town. I'm sweating my sack off. Sweating my sack off during the pre-4th of July rush to keep up with the flood of people coming in and out. I'm stepping out onto the sidewalk to get more when a guy in his mid-40s walking into the store asks me to grab a shopping cart for him. They're all of 6 feet from where he's standing. I say no problem in my best customer service voice and turn around to grab one and hear him say, I think you mean yes, sir. Because no problem makes it sound like I'm inconveniencing you. Oh, God. Who raised that person? You know what? At the end of the story, I'll tell you why you can actually find humor in that. I get what he means. I don't get what he means. Don't fucking be... Oh, my God. Don't find an excuse for this fucking guy. He goes, I get what I mean, but he went from being all casual, asking for a favor, to holier than thou. Huffer? I mean heifer? Trying to put a teenager in his place. I'm pretty sure all I said was, yeah, and handed the card off to him, but I think about this guy at least once a month. Just know that this guy's existence is he gets off on saying that as a grown man to a teenager. Make him minimum wage collecting fucking grocery carts. You know? That's the kind of person he is. And the way he made you feel is how he makes most people feel. And when you go around living like that, you have a shit life. He's going to have a shit life. Just know that. I think you mean yes, sir. No, I think I meant no problem. I think I meant I might shove this up your fucking ass. Now I'm upset with this fucking guy. Oh, God. You know what? This should be like a superhero for that type of a moment. That just flies in and just says what you want to say so you can't get fired, or punches him in the face and you can't. I wrote a sketch about that. About a superhero that comes in when you want to punch somebody in the face, but either you can't beat him up or you're going to go to jail. And this superhero would come in. He was called the Dropper. And someone would just be a fucking asshole to you, man or woman. And this fucking dude would come in with this cape and just blast him right in the face. And before you could thank him, he'd fly away. That would have been a perfect job right there for the Dropper. Think you mean yes, sir, because no problem means it sounds like I'm inconveniencing you. Bam! Thank you, Mass Man. All right, Bill Burr Show. Hey, Bill, I have a great what I should have said moment that actually took place at one of your shows. Center in the Square, Kitchener, Ontario. I was with a few friends. Oh, man, I always have a great time in Ontario. I always seem to... one time I went there in the summer. The other times, 2 times, has been in the winter when you can skate along the canal. That's fucking amazing. I was there. Pretty soon with global warming, you'd just be rollerblading. I was there with a few friends, and we were having a blast watching your openers and getting pumped to see your act. Right before you came on, some drunk asshole sits a few seats down from us and proceeds to start talking through the entire show. He was responding to things you were saying as if he thought he was having a one-on-one conversation with you, generally just being annoying. A few minutes go by when I finally say, hey, shut up, to which he responds, hey, why don't you mind your own fucking business, in an extremely aggressive tone. I was too stunned to respond in the moment, and he went on talking through the rest of the show. That's interesting to me, that you had the balls to say, hey, shut up, and then you kind of retreated. I've been there too. Sometimes this moment pops into my head, and I think about what I should have said. Maybe something like, I paid X amount of dollars to see this show, so it is my fucking business, or something to that effect. What do you think? You know what most of these are? it's just you're raised right and you have too much to lose. Someone who comes in that fucking drunk and acts like that much of a douche, they don't care about just starting swinging on somebody and going to jail and having a court case and all of that type of shit. And the reality is, so many people have these stories because you're a fucking adult and you can't walk around. Certainly as a man, you just can't walk around saying everything that you're thinking because you can get the shit kicked out of you. I don't know how it works with women. I don't know how their deal is. I mean, if you base all of them on the Real Housewives, which is not fair, they pretty much say whatever the fuck they think, no matter how mean the shit is. I don't know. Is that why they outlive us? Not because I say they're nagging us to death. Maybe it's because they just fucking say everything that it's a two-way street. You know what I mean? I don't know. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. But you shouldn't say these things. You should have a lot of what I should have said. I fortunately don't have a lot of those with my wife. I kind of say what I have with my wife is I wish I should have said it this way, which is a good thing because saying things another way. Usually, that first way you want to say it when you're pissed is it's never going to come out good. Because it's usually prefaced with, well, I'll tell you why, you fucking asshole. And at that point, nobody's listening. It's like you have to somehow master your emotions and just be like, I don't know, I'm telling a story right now on stage about this great argument I got into with my wife, where she was right, and I acknowledged that she was right, and then I wanted her to do me a favor, and then it's a long fucking convoluted fucking thing here. I don't even know if that's the right word. But I said something in the middle of that argument that kind of changed things in a great way in that argument and the last 10 days of my life. And to hear that story, you're going to have to come out to Vegas. That was just complete bullshit. That was just me trying to fucking hype my show. And if you'd like to hear the rest of this funny thought, come out to the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas, July 3rd. No, don't beat yourself up over that. You know what you do is what's great about becoming a comedian is then you can immediately go on stage and you tell that story and then you get something out of it. You get a laugh out of it. You get other comics saying, hey, it's a great new story or a joke. And then you also get to say the thing that you wished you said. Then if you're smart enough as a comic, you fucking say everything you just said and talk about how much it bugs you and how you're going to think about it for years or whatever. And that's the thing that everybody relates to. And then that's what, you get that great laugh that's beyond just laughing. They're laughing because they relate and they know what you're talking about. So anyway, what a fucking dick, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I have to walk that last one off a little bit. What a douche. Who says that? I think you mean yes, sir. I mean, does that even sound like something that a person would even say in that moment? Doesn't that, to me, that sounds like, like a bad movie where they're showing where they're overly writing a character. Like, this person's a dick just for the sake of being a dick. Like, there's no backstory. Like, this guy's an asshole. This guy is nice. When you're watching a terrible movie, there's no layers to anything. They're not even people. They're just they're adjectives. Asshole, hero, hottie, right? Fuck. Listen, I'm just babbling about this fucking guy. You know what, buddy? You don't need that because I'm going to carry that weight a long time. All right, that is it. That is the podcast. Congratulations to the Islanders. Let's go Bolts, man. I want to see a 7-game series because I am emotionally not tied to this shit anymore. And I know Islander fans and Tampa fans don't want 7 games because they don't want to die 1,000 deaths, but I don't give a fuck. because I'm out. I just want my entertainment, and I'm rooting for the Vegas Knights, I think I'm rooting. I think with everybody left, I think I got to go Islanders, just because it takes me back to watching the NHL on the USA Network way back in the day. The USA Network, Lanny McDonald, Al McGinnis, Pelly Lindbergh, rest his soul, Eddie Belfour. Who else was around? Marcel Dion, fucking Guy Lafleur, Guy Carbonneau, the fucking Stastny brothers, Colorado Rockies. All right, sorry. That's the podcast. Well, you hung around, didn't you? You stuck around, didn't you? God bless you. I will check in with you motherfuckers on, was it Thursday, right? All right, go fuck yourselves.